Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today I wanted to talk about what is happening in the West and especially the relationship between the West and Russia. What has happened is that the Biden presidency has been underwhelming so far, to say in the least. He has not been able to deliver on many of his major promises. His much wanted infrastructure bill is now stuck in the Congress or the Senate. Then he talked of increasing taxes on the rich, which also seems to be a non starter. And it looks certain that in the midterm congressional polls, he is going to lose the majority in both Congress and the Senate. This has made things very bad for him. His forced withdrawal from Afghanistan is what many believe, including me, that emboldened Putin to attack Ukraine. For like many, Putin believed that America would come up with a weak response and would not act toughly against it. Initially, as the war progressed, most of the Western leaders decided to give Putin a chance at an off the ramp solution. This is like appeasing Hitler and surrendering Poland to Germany and hoping that the war would cease at that level and Hitler would not move forward. In fact, after the invasion of Poland, Britain declared war on Germany and many called it the phony war. The real war did start only when Germany invaded France. Till then, there was no major effort from the Western powers. And the fact that they did not arm themselves in the intervening period between World War I and World War II made things worse as Hitler prepared himself completely for the war by breaking one rule after the other. Similarly, the West initially tried to give off ramp solutions to Putin. That is, they wanted to legitimize his occupation of the Donetsk area of Ukraine. They did not react much to his annexation of Crimea. And if Putin wanted to withdraw after some initial show of strength in invading Ukraine, then the West would have acquiesced. Unfortunately for Putin, what happened is his initial plans of steamrolling Ukraine has completely backfired. As I speak, he is yet to take a major town in Ukraine. In fact, in several places, his forces have been beaten back, his transport planes have been shot, and he has been forced to commit war atrocities. The scenes at Bucha, where mass graves have been unearthed and where people have been shot directly on their temple with their hands tied to the back, has clearly exposed Putin to be a war criminal. For the first time, Joe Biden was forced to say that Putin would be tried as a war criminal. Yesterday, for the first time, Biden was forced to say that what happened in Ukraine at Bucha, it has to be considered a genocide. What has happened in the last 3 weeks has taken most observers by storm. Instead of being able to steamroll Ukraine, what has happened is the Ukrainians have put up a very credible fight. They have already been battle hardened by the constant fight that has been going in eastern Ukraine over several years, where Russian backed militias have been fighting them. And since the Russian heavy armaments could not move across the fields and had to go through only the main roads, they had to advance single files. This meant Ukrainians could infiltrate and use shoulder fired missiles supplied by the West, especially America, to pick off Russian tanks and heavy armored vehicles, meant that the Russian advances got bogged down. Near Bucha, some of the anti aircraft missiles that the Ukrainians had was used to good effect, and some transport planes carrying Russian troops were shot down. The atrocities in Bucha were done as a retaliation for shooting down Russian transport planes with soldiers on this. This does not mean Putin is going to roll over and say and withdraw. But as Clausewitz said in On War, this is a time when the world has to chase a retreating enemy. It is only when an enemy is retreating that he can be made to pay the price. American diplomacy has been struggling, and the world has been talking as if that the American era is over. This is a golden opportunity for Joe Biden to establish himself. By instead of focusing on several issues, he must focus on Russia as the single point of focus for the remainder of his term. The entire period must be focused in bringing Putin to trial for the war crimes that he has committed. Unless this happens, then the credibility of the Americans will erode further. So, as Putin struggles to extricate himself from a costly misstep, the West should not allow Putin to get away. Because if Putin gets away, President Xi Jinping, who all put his entire prestige behind the Russians, thinking that the Russians will steamroll Ukraine, will get impounded. If Putin is punished correctly and according to international law, it will deter leaders like Xi Jinping from flexing their missiles and attacking Taiwan. If the world takes Ukraine lightly and does not put its forces, both financial and military, behind the Ukrainian effort, Taiwan could be the next target, and the world could face further threats, and the economy of the world will collapse because Taiwan is the center of production of chips, which is the backbone of information technology and the digital economy which runs the world today. The world cannot ill afford an invasion of Taiwan by China. The correct way to stop this would be to pursue a retreating Putin and make sure he does not get away. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. If you like this content, kindly share this video with your friends and relatives. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.